I'm scrolling on my Facebook page, feeling curious, attorney months. He's got the legal education, baby, yeah. He's the litigation expert. No one like the back of my hand. You got a problem, he's the lawyer on demand. Check his post, they're full of legal advice. Learning about the law, it's like a rolling dice, from contracts to torts. He's got it all covered. Attorney Marks, he's the legal expert, no other. I'm scrolling on my he's blowing up your feed, learning about the law, that's all we really need. He's got the knowledge, he's got the skills. I'm scrolling on my he's paying all your legal bills. I'm scrolling on my he's paying all your legal bills. He's got the legal education, baby, yeah. He's the litigation expert. No one like the back of my hand. You got a problem, he's a lawyer on demand. Check his post, they're full of legal advice. Learning about the law, it's like a rolling dice, from contracts to torts. He's got it all covered. Attorney Marks, he's the legal expert, no other. I'm scrolling on my he's paying all your legal bills.
Again, ayun, medyo nawala na naman kasi naka-mute. Anyway, good day po sa inyong lahat po nanonood po dito sa Facebook at saka dito sa ating simultaneous dito sa live stream natin sa TikTok, no? Welcome to Under the Law. With yours truly po, Kuya sa Batas po, si Attorney Mox. Okay? So, yun, sana po ay mag-enjoy po tayo dito, no? Marami ito pag-usap. Saan po ba ibang live stream? Yes po, sa Facebook. You can find it me in the Facebook same. Attorney Mox. Hanapin po na Attorney Mox din. So, yung currently nakikita nyo right now is parang buo lang siya. Pero in our Facebook, meron tayong konting visual eh. Paala na kayo saan kayo manood. Kasi pinagbigyan ko na multi-platform na tayo ngayon. Multi-platform na tayo. So, just want to make sure na bago tayo magsimula ay pasok po yung ating live. Right? Yun. So, okay na. So, we're going to talk about two topics for today, no? It's actually the Under the Law episode 53. Yung matagal-tagal na rin ng lakbay natin, 53. So, sana po ay marinig po ninyo yung ating mga conversation, yung ating mga topics, and sana po ay marami kami intindihan. So, ano bang topic natin for today po, no? Ladies and gentlemen, we have here po, no? Bison versus Pernito at saka CP Reyes Hospital versus Barbosa. Yan. This is actually 2024 case. Very recent. Very, may lecture pala dito. Yeah, may lecture nga dito. So, ang usapan dito is yung mga nagtatrabaho. Ayan. So, nagtatrabaho. So, particularly ito yung mga empleyado na nagtatrabaho sa ibang bansa. Alright? Sa ibang bansa yan. Una sa lahat is meron tayong sinatabi nilang sakit. Yun, kung may sakit man, yung pwede yung ground for dismissal ba yun? Or yung performance natin. So, pag-usapan muna natin yung Bison versus Pernito. It's a 2024 case decided by the Supreme Court noong February, right? So, okay. Una is, in the case of Bison versus Pernito, is HIV a ground for dismissal? Bago natin talakayin anong HIV na to, topic muna natin is, ano ba yung HIV, no? Ano ba yung issue dito? Bakit yung HIV is, kumbaga, isa sa mga bagay na hindi tinatangkilik, no? So, the facts of the case, no? si AAA, actually si AAA, si AAA at saka si Pernito ito. Pero ang focus natin si AAA. Si AAA ay nagtrabaho siya as a cleaner sa Saudi Arabia. Yan, yun ang unang natin pag-usapan, si AAA. Pumasok siya, nag-undergo siya sa medical examination, pero medical examination, unfortunately, pasado siya sa medical examination. Okay, yun ang una muna, si AAA, pasado siya sa medical examination, at saka pwede na, fit to work na siya sa Saudi Arabia as a cleaner. Ayan. 15 months later, noon, kasi 2 years yung contract, nung na-discover nung 15 months, meron siyang HIV. Sabi ng Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, sabi ng ating recruitment agency at saka yung employer na si Sumayid. Bison is yung local recruitment, Sumayid yung CEO ng company. Sabi niya, dahil pinagbabawal sa Saudi Arabia ang HIV, ground for dismissal siya. Pinauwi siya sa Pilipinas. Pinauwi siya sa Pilipinas. So, nung pauwi siya sa Pilipinas, ang naganap, nag-apply siya ulit. Ayan, nag-apply siya ulit. Tapos pag-apply niya, pinauwi ulit siya after 9 months. Okay. Nagreklamo si AAA. Sabi niya, illegal dismissal to. Sabi ng Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, sabi ng Bison at si Al Sumayid, na-dismiss ka kasi meron kang HIV. Yun yung contention ng ating Saudi Arabia. Tapos tinanong naman ni AAA, bakit? Sabi naman ni Bison, local recruitment agency, at saka si Al Sumayid, yung employer, si Sahara ba yun? Yung sa foreign na recruitment agency, sabi nila, sinabi na Saudi Arabia, bawal ang may HIV. Yan, yun ang una, ha? Just want to make sure na pwede kayo mag-comment, gusto nyo mag-comment. HIV. So, ano nagganap doon? Yung HIV ba ay ground para ma-dismiss, matanggal, masisanti sa trabaho ang isang empleyado sa Saudi Arabia. Yan. So, unahin muna natin, ano ba ang HIV? Kasi minsan naguguluhan yung HIV. Ano, HIV ba to? AIDS ba to? Or ganito? Yung HIV, according sa kidshealth.org, HIV or Human Immunodeficiency Virus is a virus that attacks the immune system. HIV destroys the CD4 cells or T cells. These cells fight germs and help prevent some kind of cancers. In HIV, the immune system becomes weaker, making it harder for the body to fight off infections and some kind of cancers. Kumbaga, cancer siya. Another one, sabi ng dummies.com, HIV is most commonly passed on through sexual activity or by shared needles. Tatandaan nyo yan. Ang HIV, nakukuha siya sa sexual activity, Kung yang mahilig sa mga karanasan, hindi mo alam kung saan galing si boy or si girl, pwede, because of the sexual intercourse, pwede kang magkaroon ng HIV. Kalawa, shared needles. Ayan po. Yung mga nagpapatato, pwede yan. Yung tinato dito na needle, tas tinato mo doon sa kabila, pwede po yun na magkaroon ng HIV. Alo, tandaan nyo yan. Ikalawa, nag-share kayo ng injection. Paano? Wala tayong pabili ng injections. Sige, pasako sa injections. So, yun po ang nagaganap insofar as yung HIV is concerned. Sa Africa, according sa dummies.com, sabi niya dito na 60% of HIV transmissions occur in women through vaginal intercourse. HIV can also be passed through transfusions of contaminated blood products. Yung kumbaga, nag-share ng blood. Kaya nga, pag nagba-blood donation tayo, talagang sinisikap ng ating mga doktor at saka yung ating mga medical technicians and whoever medical expert na ikaw ay fit to share your blood. Kasi malay mo, yung i-share mo na blood is may HIV. Ayan. So, from a woman to her fetus during pregnancy and through breastfeeding. Pwede breastfeeding din. Although HIV has been detected in small quantities in body fluids such as saliva, feces, and urine and tears, to date, no evidence exists. Ibig sabihin, yung laway, kung nakikis kayo, feces sa tae, urine, ihi, at saka luha, pag yan i-transfer mo yan sa kabila, sa kasama mo, hindi ka pwedeng makontaminated. Ulitin ko, ang HIV na kukuha po yan sa sexual intercourse at saka needles, sharing of needles. Ang pinaka-common dito is pag tatato. Yung itatato dito, tapos itatato mo doon kasi yung needles naman, hindi naman yung pinapalitan, di ba? Ewan ko, hindi pa ako nakatry. Pero kung malay mo ba kayong galing doon na needles may HIV, pinasok din sa'yo, edi pwede ka magkaroon ng HIV. I'm not discouraging the tattoo artist, ha? Pero make sure that the tattoo artist needles are clean, sterile, and kung pwede mas bago. Kasi pag yun, galing sa may HIV, magka-HIV din kayo. Okay? So, next one. Another one, National Institute of Health.gov. Now, this is actually from US. Sabi dito, the human immunodeficiency virus is the virus that caused HIV infection. If untreated, kapag hindi siya nagamot, HIV may cause acquired immunosyndrome or AIDS. Magkakaroon ka ng AIDS, the most advanced stage of HIV infection. Ibig sabihin, yung AIDS is specific, no? Ito yung pinakamataas na HIV. Pero ang component niya is HIV lahat. Ano yan, ha? Sabi dito sa National Institute of Health Gov, okay? People with HIV who are not on medication and do not have consistent control of their HIV can transmit HIV through vaginal or anal sex sa puwet, right? Sa puwet, right? Sharing of needles, pregnancy, and breastfeeding. Ayan. Tatandaan nyo, yung HIV, pwede sa sexual intercourse, pwede sa vaginal or sa anal. Alam mo yung anal sa puwet, okay? Sharing of needles, pregnancy, panganganak, breastfeeding, pagdedede ng bata. Okay? If HIV is controlled, the risk of transmission is close to zero. Alright. Last. How about itong mamamatay ba ang tao pag may HIV? Right. On my experience, yung HIV, nung nag-apply ako sa QC dati as a legal analyst, isa sa mga naging seminar namin is yung HIV. So, okay, so yung HIV, sabi nung ating speaker is life-changing lang siya. Mahirap tanggalin siya, pero hindi naman siya naman. Kumbaga gamot lang siya, gamutin lang siya. So, going back. Gawin. Receiving a diagnosis according to HIV.gov, okay? Receiving a diagnosis of HIV can be a life-changing event. But having HIV does not mean you are going to die. Most people with HIV can live long and healthy lives if they get and stay on treatment. There will be a period of adjustment. People who are newly diagnosed can feel many emotions. Ayan. Sadness, hopelessness, even anger. Pay attention to your mental health. Kasi of course, pag HIV kasi, parang emotional distress ka. Kasi yaks, merong, alam mo na, usually kasi pag may HIV kasi nasabi, nakipag ka sa tao. So, of course, kumbaga, mawawalan sila ng self-confidence. Right? Anyway, that's HIV. Now, going back tayo sa topic. Okay. Sabi daw ni Bison, yung ating local recruitment agency, yung HIV or AIDS ay isang ground ng dismissal ng Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Yun yung unang-unang contention niya. Ano bang sabi ng Supreme Court? Okay. Sabi ng Supreme Court, i-prove mo, Bison at Sumayid, na ang Kingdom of Saudi Arabia ay pinagbabawal ang may HIV na employee na pwede silang matanggal sa trabaho. Walang na-provide si Bison at saka si Al-Sumayid. Sabi ng Supreme Court. Ma-apply natin dito is the doctrine of processual presumption. Ang doctrine of processual presumption, let's just reiterate lang this is actually cited in the landmark case of Del Socorro versus Wilson, a 2014 case. Sabi dito, under this doctrine, if the foreign law involved is not properly pleaded and proved, our courts will presume that the foreign law is the same as our local or domestic or international law. Okay, para maintindihan nyo yan ibig sabihin sa processual presumption, ibigay nyo yung ebidensya na pinagbabawal ng Kingdom of Saudi Arabia ang empleyado na may HIV. Kung may HIV ka, ano yung batas ng Kingdom sa Saudi Arabia na basihan na pwede silang matanggal sa trabaho? Walang na-prove si Bison at saka yung ating at si Al Sumayid, saka yung si Sahara ba yun? Yung sa foreign na recruitment agency, wala silang na-prove. So, ang sabi ng Supreme Court, dahil hindi nyo na-prove, pabalik tayo sa doctrine of processual presumption. Ibig sabihin, kung ano ang batas sa labas ay batas sa Pilipinas. Ayun. Sige. Sir, yung HIV ba, sir, pinagbabawal sa Pilipinas? Hindi. Pag may HIV ang isang empleyado, pwede pa rin siyang mag-work dito sa Pilipinas. Dahil hindi na proof, walang ebidensya na binigay si Bison at saka yung si ating petitioner, si Bison at saka si Al Sumayid at saka yung foreign recruitment agency, wala silang na-proof na kumbaga talagang pinagbabawal ng Kingdom sa kumbaga sabi-sabi lang, alibay lang, hearsay lang, ma-apply na kung anong batas sa Pilipinas, batas din ng Saudi Arabia. Ano ba ang basis? Bakit ang HIV employees are allowed to work at saka hindi sila pwedeng masisante sa work? Dito naman tayo papasok dito sa RA 11166 or 1166, the Philippine AIDS Prevention and Control Act of 1998. Sabi dito, actually mahaba to, but I'm going to just cite, reiterate, na Article 7 states that discriminatory acts and practices and corresponding penalties. Section 49, discriminatory acts and practices. The following discriminatory acts and practices shall be prohibited. Ipinagbabawal ang diskriminasyon sa mga taong may HIV. Letter A. Makita niya, discrimination in the workplace. Love, may umiyak. Shh. Love, may umiyak. So, letter A, discrimination in the workplace. The rejection of job application, termination or employment or other discriminatory policies in hiring, provision of employment and other related benefit, promotion or assignment of an individual solely or partially on the basis of actual perceived or suspected HIV status. Ibig sabihin dito, bawal po na i-discriminate po ang mga taong may HIV at saka AIDS. Kasi nga, because of RA 11166. Ibig sabihin, pinagbabawal na sisantihin mo ang tao na wala namang, hindi naman siya detrimental or injurious naman sa workplace mo. Sisantihin mo kasi may HIV siya. Yun yung ating discriminatory acts. Pinagbabawal yan. At saka pwedeng hindi lang pwede mag-fine, may danyos, may penalty na magaganap pag ang isang kumpanya i-discriminate nila ang mga taong may HIV. Because since that sa Pilipinas ay ginaalaw ang mga empleyado na may HIV na mag-work at saka hindi sila masisante, at saka hindi na prove sa Saudi Arabia na pwede silang masisante, ang mangyayari is kung ano ang law sa Philippines ay law din sa Saudi Arabia. Last, huwag natin kalimutan din, in-apply din yung case po ng ating case of Pakistan International Airline versus OPLE. Ito yung pinakabuod ng topic. If the foreign law stipulated is contrary to law, morals, good customs, public order, or public policy, then policy laws shall govern. Ibig sabihin dito, dito sa case na to, is that kung ang foreign law, kung ang batas sa ibang bansa ay sumasalungat, kumukontra sa mga batas ng Pilipinas, ang batas ng Pilipinas ang mamamayagpag. Uulitin ko kung ang ibang bansa na batas, kung ang batas sa ibang bansa ay kumukontra, umu-oppose, kumukontra, umu-oppose, hindi sang-ayon, at saka sumasalungat doon sa batas ng Pilipinas, mas matimbang pa rin at mamamayagpag pa rin at mas magpo-prevail ang Philippine law. Yan, tatandaan nyo ha, hindi porket nasa ibang bansa tayo, kumbaga, kung ano yung batas nila ay, kumbaga, mapapalo. We still have to consider Philippine laws. Why? Because we are Philippine people and we're just working there as an overseas Filipino worker. Pero hindi lahat. Hindi lahat. Okay? Hindi lahat. May mga law na kailangan din irespetuhin din ng Pilipinas. This is actually a good case in the case of Mary Jane. If you can remember si Mary Jane. Mary Jane is nakapagdala siya ng parang some kind of like kontrabando sa Indonesia, and currently is awaiting siya for death penalty. Babarilin siya, no? Babarilin ba siya? Bibitayin siya. Pero basta hatol niya ikamatayan. And nagkakaroon siya ng gulo between the Philippine laws and the foreign laws sa Indonesia. Pero ang ibig sabihin lang natin dito sa Pakistan International Airlines at saka OPLE, yung mga cases ng mga ganito na pwedeng i-resolve nyo. Applying the Pakistan International Airlines and versus OPLE dito sa case na to, yung foreign law, sabi nila is kung totoo man, no? Kung totoo man na yung ating Saudi Arabia pinagbabawal ng HIV employees, pero sa Pilipinas ay allowed yung isang empleyado na may HIV, that means mas mamamayagpag at saka mas magpo-prevail ang Pilipinas, ang batas ng Pilipinas. So, applying that case as well. Lastly, sa labor code, hindi ibig sabihin na may HIV ka na ay pwede ka na mag-work. Although you have RA 1166 to protect you kasi may HIV ka pero nagtatrabaho ka, pwede ka pa rin masisanti sa work because meron tayong Article 299 na right now is Article 284 sa Labor Code na disease as a ground for termination. Pakinggan nyo ha. Article 299 or today is 284, disease as a ground for terminations. An employer may terminate the services for an employee who has been found to be suffering from any disease and whose continued employment is prohibited by law or is prejudicial to his health as well as to the health of his co-employees. Ibig sabihin, kung gamitin natin yung case ng HIV or AIDS or anumang sakit, una sa lahat, pwede kang magtrabaho. Pero kung pwede kang pwede kang makahawa, yun, pwede kang makaspread ng virus, example, kung sakit mo naman is COVID-19, so pwede kang matanggal sa trabaho because Article 299 says so. Okay? Again, kung yung HIV ay dulot ng pwede siyang mag-spread out ng virus, outbreak, makakapag-outbreak siya ng another pandemic, pwede kang masisanti sa work. Pero this case dito, sabi ng Supreme Court, hindi naman siya natanggal sa trabaho kasi una sa lahat ay mas namamayagpag ang batas ng Pilipinas kaysa batas ng Saudi Arabia. Ngunit, kung ipa-follow naman natin yung ebidensya naman ng rules ng Saudi Arabia, walang binanggit ng Saudi Arabia ang pagbabawal na ang empleyadong may HIV ay kailangan sisantiin kasi wala naman sila na-prove. So that's actually the case, right, for the case of Bison versus Pernito. Yeah, Pernito. So, we're going to move to the next case, about CP Reyes Hospital versus Barbosa. Hindi ko nabasa yung talagang pinakabuo ng case kasi hindi pa to na nahulog sa database ng Lawfield at saka Senate Judiciary. Pero nabasa ko yung entirety nabasa ko yung parang buod nung topic na yon. So, let's just talk about what are the rules of probationary employee. So, let me just give you like an insight kung ano ang naganap dito sa probationary employee. Okay. Once upon a time, yung ating employee ay nag-apply sila sa hospital, sa CP Reyes Hospital. Itong itong empleyado na to ay nagtrabaho siya. So, parang meron siyang 6 months probationary. May probationary period siya na 6 months. So, nag-start siya as like a nurse, staff nurse, basta nurse ba ata siya, then staff nurse naman siya hanggang sa parang pataas yung position niya na nurse. After 3 months, that's actually September to December. After 3 months, sinisante siya. Because she lacks the standard. Her performance did not meet the passing mark or the minimum standards to be a regular. Nagreklamo yung ating empleyado. Sabi naman ng ating CPRE sa hospital, wala ka rin mapapala kasi it is our prerogative. You are just probationary. Pag probationary ka naman, 'di ba? Parang kumbaga nasa himpilan ka ng kamatayan na kung hindi ka naman kung matanggal ka anytime, parang casual na pwede kang tanggalin, probationary nga eh. Okay? Ano ba ang sabi ng Supreme Court? Sabi ng Supreme Court, kahit probationary employee siya, kailangan pa rin silang protektahan under the labor code. Ibig sabihin, porket na meron siyang 6 months period lang siya na probationary, ay agad-agad ni siyang tanggalan ng chance na makapasok. Now, nag-search ang ating Supreme Court, and Supreme Court found out na nakapasa siya sa mark. Pero let's just talk about ano ba yung ruling ng probationary employee. Una sa lahat, ang probationary employee ay isang empleyado na mayroon siyang time limit. Yung time limit na yun is kailangan niyang matapos bago siya maging regular. Sir, paano saan naman sir yung benefits or yung sahod? Yung sahod ng isang probationary ay hindi naman siya katulad ng isang regular na full benefit siya. Pero meron siyang kaakibat na salary or sahod. The only thing that differs is that security of tenure. Yung probationary, pwede siyang matanggal kung hindi niya na-meet yung isang standard na hinihingi ng kumpanya. Yung regular, kahit anong standard man yan, regular yan, hindi yan masisinabi sa trabaho unless there is a just cause and authorized cause. Alright? Pero sa Supreme Court and also the Labor Code states that kahit probationary ka, kailangan pa rin nandoon ka sa just cause at saka authorized cause. Ano ba yung just cause at authorized cause? Siguro, actually, gusto pag-usapan ito, medyo mahaba to. But yung just cause at authorized cause, usually mga common na tinatanggal ka is meron kang gross misconduct. Example, mga gross misconduct siguro is nagnakaw ka, nangharas ka ng kapwa kasama mo, lalaki, babae, sexually, yung nag-threat ka, ita-threat mo yung employer mo, papatayin mo siya, ganon, physical violence, yan. Or siguro is mga authorized cause na kumbaga mag-lay off sila kasi medyo mababankrupt na yung ating kumpanya, magbabawas na sila, or retrenchment of a labor saving device, yun may yung mga allowed. Pero kung ma-meet mo yung isang standard ng hinihingi ng kumpanya, there is no reason for the company or the hospital not to accept you. Yan, yun yung tatandaan nyo sa probationary employee. But let's just a little bit add more about this probationary employee, no? Tandaan nyo guys, kahit probationary man kayo, meron pa yung batas ng labor or labor code ay still pinoprotektahan kayo na para hindi kayo masisakte, no? Basta lang wag kayong wag kayong pa-power trip, no? Or wag kayong maging loko-loko, no? Wag kayong manloko, wag kayong gumawa ng mga kasalanan, all right, no? Especially pinaka-commonest, awayin nyo yung co-employee niya or hipuan nyo yung kasama yung lalaki or babae sexually, right? So, according sa ito, dagdag ko lang talaga to, no? Dinagdag ko lang ito. Probationary employee, under the labor code, no? Sabi dito, probationary employment shall not exceed 6 months. 6 months from the date of the employee started working unless it is covered by an apprenticeship agreement stipulating a longer period. The services of an employee was being engaged on a probationary basis may be terminated for a just cause or when he fails to qualify as a regular employee in accordance with reasonable standards made known by the employer to the employee at the time of his engagement. An employee who is allowed to work after a probationary period shall be considered a regular employee. Ito yung mga key points na kailangan yung malaman, no? Ito lang mga key points. Check lang natin kung ilan ang viewers natin. Okay, ito yung key points na tandaan natin dito sa Article 281 ng Labor Code. Ang probationary employee hindi lalagpas ng 6 months. After 6 months, regular ka na. Ikalawa, pagkatapos ng probationary period, considered ka na regular. Tatlo, matatanggal ang isang probationary employee kung pasok siya sa just cause or authorized cause. Gagawa tayo ng video niyan, separate video niyan. Or fails to qualify as a regular employee in accordance with the reasonable standards. Ayun. So, nakita naman ng Supreme Court na nakapasa naman siya sa standards, which is nakapapas naman siya, wala nang gagawin ang ating hospital kundi tanggapin siya. Now, nagkaroon na ng strained relationship. Bakit strained relationship? Nagtampo naman si nurse, si aming empleyado. Do you think din, papasok ka sa trabaho na kung saan, kumbaga, sinaktan yung puso mo na hindi ka inallowed. So, dahil pinagbawalan ka mag-work, terminate ka, do you think you are able to go back to your work? So, ano ba yung maging mga solution ko, sir? Unahin muna natin doon sa pagtanggal. Yan ang di ba nasisante siya ng work, di ba? Nag-file siya ng complaint sa Labor Arbiter, NLRC, Court of Appeals, at saka Supreme Court, di ba? Yun ang procedure eh. So, dahil ginawa niya yun, mula nung nasisante siya sa work, hanggang sa nagsabi ang Supreme Court na walang kasalanan yung empleyado, ang kasalanan ay yung hospital. Kailangan yung magbayad ng danyos. Simula nung natanggal siya hanggang nag-decide ang Supreme Court, yung span na yun, tawag doon ay back wage. Kailangan yung bayaran ng kumpanya. Yun. For example naman, nagtampo si nurse, sabi ng hospital. Sabi ng hospital, balik kita, reinstate na kita. Walang problema, reinstate, balik ka sa trabaho. Nagtampo naman si empleyado. Sabi ng employee, wala na, o strained relationship na tayo, hindi na tayo bati. So ano naman gagawin natin doon? Babayad yung ating hospital ng separation pay. Yan, so tatandaan nyo yung back wages, pag natanggal ka sa trabaho, pero nag-file ka ng complaint sa Labor Arbiter, pag hindi ka pa satisfied, nag-submit ka pa sa NLRC, hindi ka pa satisfied, nag-appeal ka naman sa CA, hindi ka pa satisfied, nag-appeal ka naman sa Supreme Court, tapos sabi ni Supreme Court, goods! Petition is with merit. Ayan, or meritorious yung petition mo. Pwede, pag pumayag yung court, nag-utos ang court na, hoy, hospital, bayaran mo itong empleyado mula nung nasisante hanggang sa nag-decide kami ngayon. Back wages yun, tandaan nyo. Ikalawa is, pag hindi, sabi ni hospital, balik ka na sa trabaho. Bayaran ko yung back wages mo, pero balik ka na sa trabaho. Ano naman yung empleyado? Kasi natatakot siya, baka ma-discriminate siya. So, instead na lang na reinstatement, in lieu of reinstatement is separation pay. Let's go to talk about it before we end our live. Alright? So, sabi po dito, probationary period for private school teachers. Unahin mo natin yung private school teacher, Yung probationary period under Article 281, sabi 6 months. Pero, pag ikaw ay teacher ng private school, pag teacher ng private school, iba ang mode. Hindi po siya labor code under Article 281. Papasok tayo sa 2010 Manual of Regulations for Private Schools. Alright? Ano ba yon? Ano ba yung manual? Ito naman yung probationary period naman sa mga nagtatrabaho bilang mga teacher ng private school. According sa Section 663 ng 2010 Manual of Regulations for Private Schools, pakinggan nyo lang. Sa mga teachers, ito para sa inyo. Section 63, ito po, number 1, 3 consecutive years of satisfactory services for those in elementary and secondary levels. Ibig sabihin, from grade 1 hanggang grade 6, secondary level, kung hindi pa yung K plus 12, first year, second year, third year, fourth year, or siguro tawag mo middle school ata yun, but anyway, secondary levels yun. Now, number 2, kung yun sa mga elementary at secondary, yung mga high school. Number 2, 6 consecutive regular semesters. That's actually 3 years as well sa tertiary level. Ibig sabihin sa college, 3 years or 6 consecutive semester. Okay. Number 3, 9 consecutive trimester, which is also 2 years. 9 consecutive trimesters. 1, 2, 3. 1 year and 1.5 ata to, no? But 9 consecutive trimesters for tertiary level where collegiate course are offered in trimester basis. Sa mga trimester basis yun. Yun po yung probationary period po natin sa mga teacher sa private school. Pero other than that, 6 months applying the labor code under Article 28 section, Article 281. Okay? Next, balik tayo. Yung back wages, no? Ano ba yung basis ko sa back wages? Uulitin ko lang, no? Pero, as cited in Protective Maximum Security Agency versus Fuentes, sa landmark case, 2015 case po yan, the period of computation of back wages commenced from the date petitioner refused to allow respondent to return to work. Yun. Separation pay na naman, no? As cited naman po in Sargasso versus NLRC at 2010 case, landmark case din to. The court reiterated that the separation pay as an alternative to reinstatement should be equivalent to 1 month's salary for every year of service. Ayan. So medyo nakaisang oras na tayo. Ang haba pala ng pinag-usapan natin. But anyway, maraming salamat po sa mga nanonood po sa ating live stream po dito sa Facebook at saka sa simultaneous sa ating TikTok, no? So you can just follow me sa TikTok o sa Facebook saan kayo komportable. Again, ito po ang kuwene po sa batas. Nagsabi po sa inyo na mahalin nyo ang inyong asawa dahil sila po ang tunay na batas. Kita-kits po tayo ulit sa Monday. Again, kuwene sa batas. Signing off and have a great weekend. Bye!
I'm scrolling on my Facebook page, feeling curious, the tiny mouse. He's got the legal education, baby, yeah. He's the litigation expert. No one like the back of my hand. You got a problem, he's the lawyer on the demand. Check his post, they're full of legal advice. Learning about the law, it's like a rolling dice from contracts to torts. He's got it all covered. Attorney Marks, he's the legal expert, no other. I'm scrolling on Marks, he's throwing up your feet, learning about the law, that's all we really need. He's got the knowledge, he's got the skills. I'm scrolling on Marks, he's paying all your legal bills. I'm scrolling on Marks, he's paying all your legal bills. Expert, no one like the back of my hand. You got a problem, he's a lawyer on the demand. Check his post, they're full of legal advice. Learning about the law, it's like a rolling dice from contracts to torts. He's got it all covered. Attorney Marks, he's the legal expert, no other. I'm scrolling on my Facebook page, feeling curious, attorney Marks. He's got the legal education, baby, yeah. He's the litigation expert. No one like the back of my hand. You got a problem, he's the lawyer on the demand. Check his post, they're full of legal advice. Learning about the law, it's like a rolling dice from contracts to torts. He's got it all covered. Attorney Marks, he's the legal expert, no other. I'm scrolling on Marks, he's throwing up your feet, learning about the law, that's all we really need. He's got the knowledge, he's got the skills. I'm scrolling on Marks, he's paying all your legal bills. I'm scrolling on Marks, he's paying all your legal bills. Expert, no one like the back of my hand. You got a problem, he's a lawyer on the demand. Check his post, they're full of legal advice. Learning about the law, it's like a rolling dice from contracts to torts. He's got it all covered. Attorney Marks, he's the legal expert, no other. I'm scrolling on my Facebook page, feeling